Dr_Ishtihar, written by Anamika_Ahmed. Mom, tell this naughty girl not to come near me. I am married now. I can't stand her dirty talk at all. Make her understand that no one else is important to me except you. After shouting harsh words in a loud voice to Ashtadashi, Ishtihar got up and left in front of everyone. She didn't even look at the girl's devastated eyes for once. Roop was not in a good mood either. If it was someone else, she would have gone to the girl and given her a comforting touch. But she had reached out to her husband. How could Roop, being a girl, tolerate that? So today, Roop's expression was no longer easy. She stood in front of the girl with her eyes closed and mentally called her naughty, and Ishtihar ran after her. The reason why Ishtihar did not come to the village home for a long time was this perky girl, Anki. In terms of kinship, Anki was Ishtihar's distant cousin. Since Anki and Roop were almost the same age, they had a good relationship before. When everyone gathered at the village home once or twice a year in their teens, Anki would also come there. Basically, Anki met Ishtihar from now on. However, they never really talked. Whenever Ishtihar was in front of her, Anki's chest would tremble with fear. Her solemnity was so wonderful that Anki was enchanted at every moment. When Anki's eyes, surpassing everyone else, ran towards Ishtihar, Ishtihar's sharp gaze was focused on Roop. It was as if Anki could not bear the words Ishtihar said. Her world started to darken. The person she had been looking for all these days was now the husband of another girl. Anki stood silent for a moment as if nothing in the world could affect her. Only a few drops of tears started falling down her cheeks and onto the floor. Suleka was standing a little distance away and watching everything. She really wanted to hug the girl and console her, but she couldn't. Today, consoling Anki meant averting a big danger. Thinking about everything, she just moved a little to the side of Anki and said, "Actually, Ishtihar has suddenly gotten married. She didn't tell us. We only found out about it after Roop got pregnant. I tell you what, Anki, you are a beautiful, well-mannered girl. Marry a good boy. How long will you wait for Ishtihar? He doesn't love you." As soon as Suleka's last words came to her ears, Anki's crying expression changed and her face turned red with anger. Tears are flowing from her eyes, but it seems like it is an expression of long-standing anger. I loved you. I loved your son like crazy, but your son has never even looked at me in the eye. Am I any less than Roop? I will not leave you, Ishtihar's brother. When he is not mine, I will not let him be anyone else's. I will burn down their happy family. Remember that. After that incident in the morning, Ishtihar left the house and there is no news of her return. Roop has been waiting for her without eating since morning. Whenever there is a slight sound outside, she runs to the window to see if Ishtihar has come, but her wait does not take long to disappear like camphor in the air. Roop pulls the window curtain with a cupped hand and sits down on the bed again, exhausted. She glances at the wall clock with bleary eyes and sees that it is 8:30 in the night. But seeing that there is still no news of Ishtihar, Roop has no choice but to shed tears silently. For a moment, the little soul inside her is making its presence known. She is 6 months pregnant. Does Ishtihar understand this? At this time, every girl wants her husband by her side. Or why does she hurt Roop while expressing all her anger and pride? Roop folds her hands and covers her face and cries. The sadness of worry has consumed her so much that Roop cannot think of anything else except Ishtihar. The memories of the morning are repeatedly attacking her brain. Will she really lose Ishtihar this time? Roop cannot think anymore. Her body is becoming useless. Just then, Roop hears the sound of someone's footsteps outside the room and opens her eyes. Her idea is true. Ishtihar has arrived. There is a hardness in her eyes and face, as if she has just rescued the kingdom. Even though he made eye contact with Roop once upon entering the room, Ishtihar immediately looked away. As he entered the room and put his watch and keys in the drawer, he took a good look at his wife's crying face in the mirror. Roop was stunned and sat on the bed, watching Ishtihar's every move with arrogant eyes. Breaking this silence for a long time, Ishtihar said in a hoarse voice, "Mom said you haven't eaten anything since morning. What does this indifference mean, Roop? You didn't go downstairs and eat." But no answer came from Roop. She just stared at Ishtihar. Ishtihar was forced to turn to Roop now. Raising her eyebrows, she looked at Roop's face and said, "What happened? You were sitting quietly. Eat whatever you want. If you don't eat, you will get sick, then I will eat."
If you get lost, you won't find it. If underscore you underscore get underscore lost, underscore you underscore won't underscore find underscore to. Writer Mithai. Episode 24. In the morning, Farhan came to Kaif Nora's house with his parents. Ria and her parents were already there. Hearing about Nora's condition from his son and daughter last night, they all came to see Nora before morning. Kaif was sitting in the drawing room, talking to everyone. The boy's eyes were red from excessive worry, and because he had not slept for a few nights, he kept himself quite normal, and briefly told his uncle and aunt and Nora's maternal uncle about the events of last night. Everyone felt sorry for little Nora. Kaif's aunt had already made him cry. After a while, Kaif asked his aunt to arrange breakfast and stood up. "You all sit down. I will bring Nora. She hasn't woken up yet." Nora's aunt interrupted. "Don't wait, Father. The girl has been in pain all night. Now, let's sleep." "It's time for her medicine, Aunt. The doctor has told us to give her medicine at the right time." Saying this, Kaif started walking towards their room. Kaif entered the room and saw Nora sleeping soundly in the cool environment, having lowered the AC temperature. Her long hair was spread out all over the bed. Kaif came and sat next to Nora. He stared at Nora's sleeping face for a while. Her face was a little blue, because she had been in pain all night. Kaif looked at that painful face and thought, "I didn't know you even a few days ago. You suddenly came into my life, and now you are dominating me all over. It has become difficult for me to breathe without you. Who told you to be so affectionate, Mayawati?" Kaif leaned down and gently brushed away the hair that had fallen on Nora's face. "I love you so much, you know. Seeing your dirty face makes my heart burn. I can't stand it, honey. Please, get well soon." "I'm not well. Not at all. Your Mr. Ahsan is not well, no. Please get well." A drop of tear rolled down from Kaif's eye and fell on Nora's eyelids. Nora's eyes twitched, but she didn't wake up. Kaif nuzzled Nora's nose and whispered in her ear, "Nora, I love you." Nora's eyelids twitched again. Kaif said in an emotional voice, "My love, I love you so much." Nora opened her eyes with a flutter. Kaif leaned over her and whispered in her ear. Nora smiled softly and placed her cheek against Kaif's cheek and rubbed it gently. Once or several times, she whispered like Kaif, "I love you too, Mr. Ihsan." Kaif looked up at Nora. Nora smiled sweetly. Kaif looked at Nora's face and placed his hand on her cheek and asked, "Has the pain subsided?" Nora shook her head with a smile. Kaif immediately kissed Nora's dried lips. Nora shivered After a long time, her body shivered at her husband's deep touch. Kaif didn't take long. He pulled away from her lips and made Nora sit on the bed. Is the pain completely gone now? You know? Yes, but it's very little. Alhamdulillah. Let's get you freshened up. Uncles, aunts, and uncles are all waiting for you outside. Nora's face turned pale. I am causing everyone so much trouble, especially you. Kaif stroked Nora's lips and said, Hush, don't worry too much, you know. Then Kaif kissed Nora's lips again. Then he took Nora in his arms and told her to go to the bathroom. I'll make her take a bath. Not at all. I can do it alone. After a long time, Nora feels a lot lighter after sitting with everyone and having breakfast. But when she remembers last night, her chest trembles. What a terrible night it was. Nora looks back and she feels someone's hand touch hers. Kaif takes her hand in his and says reassuringly, everything will be fine. Nora Smith smiles and tightens the grip on her hand. The next day, Kaif and Nora are sitting in Dr. Arju's cabin. After seeing Nora's new reports, Dr. Arju said, Alhamdulillah, the danger is over. The points have come down to 300. There is no more fear now. Both Kaif and Nora breathe a sigh of relief. It is as if a big stone has been lifted from their chests. Dr. Arju said, You had a miscarriage the night before yesterday. You come and get an ultrasound done right away and show me the report. Nora got nervous and said, Another ultrasound, ma'am. Dr. Arju, understanding Nora's fear, said, A normal ultrasound, ma'am. There's nothing to be afraid of. Your fear is gone now. I'll just do an ultrasound and see if everything is okay inside. Nora's hands and feet were getting cold again due to fear. Kaif grabbed Nora's hand and got up from the chair and said, Yes, we're getting the test done right away, ma'am. Nora was standing outside the ultrasound room sweating profusely. Kaif wiped the sweat from Nora's forehead with a tissue and said, Do you know why you're so scared? Today, not only TVS, but also abdominal ultrasound will be done. I don't know why Mr. Asan is so scared. Everything